Progressive, considerate, modest, and hearty. It all explains our relationship. It explains where we have been and where we are now. I'm close with my brother Braden, and it's all because of our growing relationship and the experiences we have together. But it hasn't always been that great, and that's where the story begins. Everything was spiraling down quickly. The whole incident was completely my fault. I wasn't supposed to let the neighbors come over, and I definitely should have been watching him. I shouldn't have let him play around on the bed, and he really shouldn't have been jumping on it. He was letting out terrible noise as tears rushed down his face. I was in a state of panic. If I called my parents, I would never see the light of day again. I couldn't hear myself think. All I wanted to do was yell at him. Why did he have to do this to me? I hated him. I had nothing but selfish thoughts, and his crying was unbearable. I just wanted to leave him there, but I knew I needed to do something. The poor kid had just bashed his head open and was as helpless as a rat in a snake tank. The blood had now turned my stomach, and I felt nauseous. I needed to do something, so I ran to the phone. I dialed the number quickly, and with each push of a button, more tears rushed down my face. This was going to be the day my life ended. I might as well lock myself in my room and set it up like a jail cell now. I heard a click, and then my mom's voice. Tears began to flow more and more, and I couldn't even talk. All I could say was, "Come home now." I was unable to explain what happened because of the guilt. I hung up the phone and ran to my room. A few minutes later, the bright red BMW entered the driveway. I listened intently from my room. I could hear, "It's okay. You'll be fine. How did it happen? And where was your brother?" in the most calm voice. I knew I needed to leave my room since my parents were going to be looking for me soon. I put my hand on the door, and then I walked into the war zone. The blood had now spread itself across the floor to where my brother was currently sitting. My brother was getting his head duct taped. He looked like a soldier wounded in battle. My parents didn't say a thing to me. They just tended to the soulless boy that had gotten me into this mess. I was ready for the wrath, but they weren't mad at me. I guess he took blame for what happened. He told my parents I had done what I was told, and he messed up. When I realized this, I was so relieved. I smiled a selfish smile and had a mental celebration. After a few minutes of celebrating, a new guilt took over my body. I looked over at him, and he was looking at me. We both knew what had happened and what he had done for me. My brother took the bullet from the gun. He changed the outcome and the way we treated each other. I was so surprised and didn't really know what to think. This changed our relationship from then on. It started a new bond between us. We protect and look out for each other. We were past the immature blame stage. It was a small step in what's going to be a long life of looking out for each other. And I'm thankful I got stuck with him.